Good morning, SMS, and welcome to Day 2 of Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week. This week we are featuring our teachers and staff in a series of interviews. Let's see what they have to say.
What made you want to work at SMS?
Well, I wanted to be a principal, and this opportunity came open, and so I came over here, and I've loved it since I've been here.
So what made you want to work at the school?
This was my school. I graduated here in this auditorium, asked my wife out for the first time in my classroom. I don't know, I guess this school somewhat shaped who I am. I was also one of those kids, just like a lot of kids here, that say, like, if I can ever get out of this school, that I will never come back to Sterlington, and then you grow up and you realize it's a pretty cool place.
Why did you want to work at SMS?
I love the school, I love the children, I just love being part of a family.
Why do you want to work at this school?
The library book selection.
How long have you been teaching at Sterlington Middle School, and what made you get into this education?
I've been teaching for 25 years, ELA consecutively, but I've been at Sterlington Middle School for the last 15, 16 years. What made me get into education? Well, I love history, I love reading, and I love sharing that with students. But the main thing was, I always wanted to be an archaeologist, and when I was about 12 or 13 years old, I went to Washington, D.C. to the Natural History Museum, and I saw what a real mummy looked like, unwrapped, and it was pretty scary. So I decided I didn't want to be an archaeologist, really, so I decided education was my calling.
Why do you want to work at this school?
When it rains, it floods.
What made you want to work at SMS?
That's a good question, Brian. Well, coming to SMS, I sat down with Ms. Baumgart, Dr. Weems, and I was looking for a new home, new approach, and new direction to go with teaching. And so I came out here, and I was a special ed teacher and loved it out here. And then the administrative position came the next year, and so it was a huge blessing. And thankful to Ms. Baumgart and Dr. Weems and Ms. Johnson for the crew for taking me in, and here I am, 2 years later, loving it, still learning, a lot to learn.
Keep an eye on my children.
Why did you choose to work at Sterlington? Smell of the chemical plant.
Why did you want to work at SMS?
I wanted to work at SMS because I live here in Sterlington and I wanted to work in the community that I'm part of.
That's cool. Why did you want to work at this school?
It's the best school in the parish with the best boss, co-workers, and students.
Why did you want to work at this school?
The T buildings. So what kind of qualities do students look for in teachers?
Honestly, I think students are looking for the same qualities in their teachers as they are in their friends. And it's easy to say when they don't find those same qualities, like, well, they just don't understand us. But the problem with that is typically we do understand. We kind of in different worlds. So you only have to be concerned with what affects you, whereas we have to be concerned with, making sure that we meet the needs of everybody. For instance, when Jacob Breen decides to go backflip off of the water tower, he only has to be concerned with what's going to happen to him, whereas Miss Baumgart has to figure out how she's going to find enough subs to go to his funeral.
What kinds of qualities do students look for in teachers?
Aggression.
What kinds of qualities do students look for in teachers?
I think they look for qualities in teachers who are warm and trustworthy and inviting and who make an effort to get to know that student on a one-on-one basis.
What kind of qualities do students look for in teachers? Passive aggressiveness. So what personality traits do teachers need to be successful?
I think it's important for teachers to meet students where they are. I think we have to have a better understanding of making you want to listen rather than feeling like you have to listen. And I think a big thing is giving students a voice. And I know in some classes it's hard, in core classes it's hard to give students time to talk and express themselves, but I do think that that's important, and it makes students feel empowered when we give them a choice. And I also think that successful teachers give that voice, but they also have to allow, or students, I guess, have to allow the teacher to also still be the leader. And a smile never hurts.
What personality traits do teachers need to be successful?
A gentle spirit.
How do you approach discipline? How does this have a role?
Well, each kid comes in my office, each student comes in my office. I use it as an opportunity to meet that student because we have 400 students here, so you try to meet each one personally. And so getting to know them, talking about their grades, talking about their attendance, talking about anything that comes up. So it kind of gives you a gateway to meet the student, and then we get into the discipline issues, why, what happened, so forth and so on. And so we try to make discipline a punishment that meets the discipline issue, but also a chance for them not to have discipline issues anymore.
How do you approach discipline, and what role does it play in learning?
How would you handle a difficult student?
Easy. Write them up, send them up, coach likes.
How would you handle a difficult student?
I do it, and it helps.
So how would you handle a difficult student?
I'd start with a crane kick. I know Karate Kid saved it for the end, but I figured why get beat up first? I mean, just one swift kick to the head, problem solved.
Wow, that's amazing.
We would like to wish a very special birthday to Zoe Ginsburg and Caleb Yarborough. I feel like we're forgetting someone. That's all for today. Have a great day, Panthers.